Welcome back to Out of Left Field. We're about to go to a fancy party, but don't worry, it's on TV, so you don't have to get all dressed up. Before we go, let me tell you a little bit about the guest list. It includes several former NFL players, a few Olympians, and a number of high school state champions. Really though, the sweatpants are fine. Let's check out the Luzerne County Sports Hall of Fame banquet. Being at the 2024 Luzerne County Sports Hall of Fame banquet was like crashing a family reunion or a high school reunion if that reunion was filled with state and world champions, Olympians, and Sports Illustrated cover athletes. Almost every person who went to the podium mentioned familiar faces they noticed in the crowd, including Raghib the Rocket Ismail. The former Notre Dame and NFL star encouraged the people of the Wyoming Valley to keep shining their light. A light he saw brightly illuminated when he was at a party in the area during a break before a bowl game in college.
And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there and a guy comes in, and as he comes to the front door, everybody's like, "Hey, so-and-so." And then he looks at me and he said, "Who invited this guy?" But he used some other choice words that shocked me and embarrassed me simultaneously. And man, I was confused. It hit me so, it like caught me off guard. And all of a sudden I started feeling discouraged. All of a sudden I didn't feel so safe. All of a sudden I was like, wait, this is not supposed to happen. And what reminded me of it is I saw Darryl Boych. Because all of us, man, Boych is so smooth. Boych stepped to him, hey. And then on the other side, Jima Faye stepped to him, hey man, we don't want to beat you down. This is what their actions were saying, because they were coming to my defense. They were like, we don't want to beat you down, but we're going to have to talk to you. And they removed this cat, not forcefully, but they had a tight grip on him, and they moved him to another room and had a conversation with him. And that is shining your light. That is who you are.
Local karate instructor Sam Hyder gave Ismail lessons when he was younger. Hyder is a 9th degree black belt. He has over 20 grand championships. He's in the World Karate Hall of Fame and now the Luzerne County Sports Hall of Fame. He spoke about his time at a major tournament in Russia that was particularly brutal.
There's a picture of me Jimmy had with my hand, okay, up there screaming. People say, what were you screaming? I have no clue. Zero clue. I was probably taking one of my fits, and that was the guy who knocked out my cousin. And my cousin ended up in the hospital for a week once we came back in the States. After the 9th fight, I had my ribs broke. And I went down, I got up and they're counting me out. I got up and I'm holding my knee. I fell back down on the tatami. They don't have rings, it's a mat. And I'm getting counted out again. Got up, fell back down. They said, you go down one more time, it's over. All of a sudden I got up and my ribs went numb. I fought 4 more times. I ended up knocking him out, and was the only American to win a world gold medal. So, yeah.
Also inducted with the class of 2024 was Qadri the Missile Ismail, the Rockets' younger brother. Qadri won a Super Bowl with the Baltimore Ravens and currently works in the media with WJZ, a CBS affiliate in Baltimore.
Going pro, and the fans around the country are awesome, but literally everywhere I went, it was always like, hey, I'm from the Wyoming Valley, I remember when. It's those moments that made it special for me, and so this kind of gives me an opportunity, number one, to say thank you, Number two, it also allows me just to reflect back on things and realize what a humbling experience it is.
Taylor Dean started her figure skating career in Northeast Pennsylvania, and since then she's been making her way all over the world. She won a number of gold medals in figure skating at Boston University. She attended the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing as a press officer for U.S. figure skating, and this past summer she was at the Olympics in Paris as the U.S. Women's Sevens rugby press officer.
When I think about figure skating in my life, I think it always comes back to my collegiate career, because that's really where I reignited my passion for the sport, was in college. We won 2 collegiate national titles, and I think that kind of jump-started everything from where I was to where I am today. And so I just think about that core group of people that really supported and cheered me on during that time. You know, my friends, my family, my skating coaches, everyone that helped me through that.
Sean Robbins has finished the race at the Ironman World Championships in Kona, Hawaii 5 times. He's completed 14 Ironman triathlons, including one in 2022 where he placed 4th out of 260 athletes in his age group. The Wyoming Seminary alum took a different route to the podium than many of his fellow inductees.
There's one more thing I want to say, and that is, I was never, unlike most of the people that stand up at this podium, I was not a rock star athlete in high school or college. I played soccer and lacrosse at SEM, and I was okay. I didn't light up the stats charts. So I just want to say my success came much later. And I just want to say to all the coaches out there and the family members out there and even all the young athletes out there, don't forget those athletes, or don't lose sight of those athletes who may not be the best on the team. Teach them fundamentals. Teach them hard work. Teach them discipline. Teach them the value of competition. Above all, teach them humility and teach them sportsmanship. Because you never know when one of them someday might end up standing up at a podium like this because of what you taught them. That's all I got. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You just never know where life will take you, or how your past experiences will help you once you get there. Just ask Sarah Silvetti. She won a state title in field hockey at Crestwood High School in Mountaintop, then went on to play at the University of Maryland and was an alternate for Team USA at the 2008 Summer Olympics.
Where did sports take you? Where's it led you in your life? What are you doing now?
Well, I actually sell souvenirs in the Florida Keys, but, you know, as a manager of, 10 plus people, I just turn back the time and go back to being on the field as a leader and leading through example and making things fun, but yet just always pushing myself and showing them that I'm never going to ask them to do something I would never do.
When people buy something off you, do they know they're buying off an Olympian?
They do not, only because the field hockey's not in the Florida Keys really, but I think they know I appreciate my work and appreciate their patronage and do it with a smile on my face.
There were a lot of smiles on this night as athletes who have scaled some of the highest mountains were able to spend some time back in the Wyoming Valley with the family and friends who helped them with their climb. If you would like to crash this party and hear more of the speeches, check out the entire ceremony posted on the Luzerne County Sports Hall of Fame's website. You can also access all of the athletes' biographies there as well. Up next, Jim Burns has touched the lives of so many who have played sports in the greater Hazleton area. We'll hear his story from keeping score for basketball at St. Gabriel's High School to running District 18 Little League.